Spirited Away is a beautiful and beloved classic of Japanese animation, known for its storytelling and complex themes. But have you ever wondered about the tragic backstory of the two main characters, Chihiro and Haku? In the movie, Chihiro and Haku are depicted as close friends, with Haku serving as a guide and protector for Chihiro as she navigates the strange and magical world of the spirit realm. But their relationship actually seems far more deeper than many people would think. As it turns out, it could well be that Chihiro and Haku are actually quite a bit closer than friends, and may actually be siblings. They don't behave either like friends or like they're in a relationship, but they do seem to have more of a sort of familial relationship. Now, it's revealed in the film that Chihiro fell into Haku's river when she was very young, and she also says that she doesn't remember these events happening, saying that she only really remembers what happened due to her mother telling her. It could well be that Haku, her older brother, jumped into the river to save her, but unfortunately in the process drowned and became the guardian of the river. It's quite interesting in the movie that Haku is the only character with both a human and dragon form, perhaps the two spirits merged. It does seem that the theme of grief and loss and resentment run throughout the movie in subtle ways. It also seems that the feelings of Chihiro's mother and father project themselves onto the world. Chihiro's mother seems to feel guilty about her son's death, as she had perhaps left the children alone to earn money. The guilt is represented in the movie as gold, and many of the characters are very focused on acquiring as much gold as possible. We see in the movie when Yubaba feels her son has gone missing, all the gold that she has acquired turns to mud. Perhaps this represents the fact that money is worth nothing if you don't have friendship and family. Chihiro's father, on the other hand, seems to deal with the pain of his son's loss through eating, represented in the movie as gluttony. We see many of the characters, such as No-Face, constantly eating to try and fill the void left by his son's absence. We see both of these themes repeated throughout the movie. The spirit world is almost represented like a dream, and perhaps Chihiro has to try to overcome some of the obstacles in order to prevail. Chihiro's mother is seemingly cold towards her daughter, asking her not to get too close to her, or to touch her, or to grab her, as perhaps she feels a bit guilty about her son's death. Whilst Chihiro's mother doesn't consciously blame Chihiro, she may be reminded of her son every time she sees her daughter trying to get close to her. Chihiro's mother may believe that she should have been the one to save her son instead of leaving the children alone while she was working. This creates a strained relationship between the two of them, which is depicted in the movie as a theme of abandonment and isolation. It's also mentioned that Haku's river was filled in with cement and the water was redirected underground, possibly due to the accident and media attention that followed. It's also quite interesting that the family are moving home to begin with. The family seem used to more of an urban lifestyle, whereas they seem to be moving to a far more rural location. It could be the loss of their son and the media attention surrounding it was a motivating factor in the move, with the old home having too many memories in for them to stand. Despite all the difficulties in the movie, Chihiro and Haku are able to find some solace in each other. Their bond as siblings helps them to overcome the challenges and find hope in the face of tragedy. Their shared love and trust breaks spells, and arguably their relationship goes beyond romantic or even friends. Near the end of the movie, we see a lot of themes such as letting go of the past and trying to move on to a brighter future. I do also want to mention that the hairband that Zeniba and Chihiro's friends create for her protects her, but it's not clear what they protect her from. Could it protect her from damaging memories of what really happened and the kind of resentment that she may pick up? It's not very obvious here, and there's a bit of a moral grey area. If you look at a lot of the evidence, it becomes quite clear that Chihiro and Haku may have a special bond that goes beyond the ordinary. From the way they look at each other, the way they share unique understanding of the world around them, it's easy to see that they are quite possibly more than just friends, and that they may actually be siblings. So the next time you watch Spirited Away, consider the possibility that Chihiro and Haku are actually more than just friends, but siblings, united by a bond of love and understanding that goes even beyond the grave. Even though the backstory of Spirited Away seems quite sad and dark, it's actually a celebration of life. The movie represents overcoming trauma, the power of family, and the trust in friendship. Spirited Away is one of my all-time favourite movies for so many reasons. So what's your interpretation of the movie? Do you think that I got it spot on, or is there something else that you've seen in the movie that you think is interesting? Do let me know in the comments, and thank you very much for listening. Have a great day, guys, and speak to you soon.